Every day, we say goodbye to remarkable individuals whose contributions shape the world in ways both big and small. Today, we take a moment to reflect on the lives of 5 extraordinary people, figures in entertainment, politics, and the arts who made a lasting impact in their respective fields. Their legacies will endure, not only in their work, but in the lives they touched. Let us honor their memory. Kathryn Apanowicz was a familiar face on British television, known for her roles in Angels and EastEnders, 2 of the UK's most beloved series. Born in Yorkshire, Kathryn's career spanned decades, bringing compelling characters to life with her signature warmth and authenticity. Her work on Calendar, where she transitioned into television presenting, showcased her versatility and charm, making her a cherished personality for viewers across the UK. Beyond her work on screen, Kathryn was a passionate advocate for Alzheimer's awareness. Inspired by her late partner, broadcaster Richard Whiteley, her dedication to raising awareness and supporting research brought attention to a cause close to her heart. At 64, her passing leaves a void in British television, but her impact will be remembered through the countless roles and moments she shared with audiences. Victor Cicansky was a celebrated Canadian sculptor, known for his unique and whimsical take on the everyday world. His work often depicted household objects and nature in a surreal, exaggerated style, making him one of the most distinctive artists of his generation. Born in Regina, Saskatchewan, Cicansky was deeply connected to his roots. His art was influenced by his childhood, family traditions, and the landscapes of Canadian prairies. Over the years, his work was featured in galleries across North America, earning him widespread acclaim and numerous awards. He was not only an artist, but also a mentor, inspiring countless young sculptors through his teaching and community involvement. His work, filled with humor and warmth, continues to be celebrated as an essential part of Canada's artistic heritage. At 90, he leaves behind a lasting legacy, his sculptures, his teachings, and his vision of the world. Carl D. may have lived outside the public eye, but his influence was undeniable. The longtime husband of country music icon Dolly Parton, Carl built a successful career as a businessman while providing unwavering support for his wife's legendary music journey. Despite Dolly's fame, Carl remained notoriously private, preferring life away from the spotlight. He once joked that he had only seen his wife perform a handful of times in person, though his support for her was unwavering. His low-profile nature and dedication to their marriage made their nearly 60-year union one of the most enduring love stories in the entertainment industry. While much of Carl's life remains a mystery to the public, what is certain is that he was a dedicated businessman, a loving husband, and a man who cherishes privacy. His passing at 82 marks the end of an era, but his story remains a testament to quiet strength and lasting love. Lincoln Díaz-Balart was a fierce advocate for democracy and human rights. As a Cuban-American politician and former U.S. representative, he dedicated his career to fighting for freedom, especially for the Cuban people living under a communist regime. Born in Havana, Cuba, Díaz-Balart came from a family deeply involved in both law and politics. After fleeing Cuba as a child, he later became a key figure in U.S. politics, serving in the House of Representatives for nearly 2 decades. His work on immigration reform, human rights, and democracy building made him a respected voice in Washington. Even after retiring from politics in 2011, he remained active in advocating for democracy in Latin America. His passing at 70, after a battle with cancer, is a loss for the Cuban-American community and for all who fight for human rights around the world. Eleonora Giorgi was a beloved figure in Italian cinema, known for her striking beauty, remarkable talent, and contributions both in front of and behind the camera. Rising to fame in the 1970s, she starred in films such as Talcum Powder, To Forget Venice, and Inferno, earning a reputation as one of Italy's most captivating actresses. Her performances were filled with depth, emotion, and charm, making her a favorite of both critics and audiences. Later in life, she transitioned into directing and screenwriting, further showcasing her artistic vision. She was a mentor to many young filmmakers, encouraging a new generation of Italian cinema. Her death at 71 from pancreatic cancer marks the end of a brilliant career, but her work will continue to be celebrated by film lovers worldwide. Dore Gold was a towering figure in international diplomacy, known for his deep expertise in foreign relations and unwavering commitment to the security of Israel. Born in the United States, Gold moved to Israel and became one of its most influential diplomats. As Israel's permanent representative to the United Nations from 1997 to 1999, he played a crucial role in shaping Israel's global strategy, advocating for security policies, and forging key international relationships. Beyond his work at the UN, Gold was a trusted advisor to multiple Israeli prime ministers and served as president of the Jerusalem Center for Public Affairs, a leading think tank specializing in foreign policy. His scholarly work on Middle Eastern politics and security made him a respected voice in global affairs. His passing at 71 marks the loss of a statesman whose diplomatic efforts strengthened Israel's position on the world stage. His insights, writings, and negotiations will continue to influence policymakers for years to come. Geraint Jarman was a pioneer of Welsh music, blending rock, reggae, and poetry to create a sound that became a defining voice for Welsh culture. As a musician, Jarman was known for his innovative style, bringing reggae influences into Welsh-language music at a time when traditional sounds dominated. His lyrics often carried a powerful social and political message, giving a voice to the struggles and triumphs of the Welsh people. Beyond his music, he was also a gifted poet and a respected television producer, playing a crucial role in developing Welsh-language broadcasting. His contributions to the arts not only entertained, but also helped preserve and celebrate Welsh identity. His death at 74 is a profound loss for Wales and for all who were inspired by his music, poetry, and passion for his culture. His influence will live on through the songs and words he left behind. Jean-Marie Londeix was a legend in the world of classical saxophone, elevating the instrument to new heights with his technical brilliance and artistry. Born in France, Londeix dedicated his life to expanding the saxophone's presence in classical music. As both performer and educator, he played a crucial role in pushing composers to write new works for the instrument, ensuring that the saxophone had a place in concert halls around the world. His influence extended far beyond France. His students and protégés carried his teachings across Europe, North America, and beyond. His many recordings, masterclasses, and publications remain essential resources for aspiring musicians. At 92, Londeix leaves behind a legacy that will continue to inspire saxophonists and classical musicians for generations to come. Jozef Markuš was a key figure in Slovakia's modern political and cultural history. As Deputy Prime Minister of Slovakia from 1989 to 1990, he played a vital role during a pivotal time in the country's transition from communism to democracy. His leadership helped shape Slovakia's political landscape as it moved toward independence in the early 1990s. Beyond politics, Markuš was deeply dedicated to Slovak culture. As president of Matica Slovenska for 2 decades, he worked to preserve and promote Slovak heritage, literature, and history. His efforts ensured that Slovakia's cultural identity remained strong even as the country navigated immense political change. His passing at 80 marks the loss of a leader whose work helped shape modern Slovakia, both politically and culturally. His contributions will be remembered as part of the nation's history. Jeffrey Runnings was a celebrated figure in the world of alternative and post-punk music, best known as the frontman of the influential band For Against. Emerging from Lincoln, Nebraska in the 1980s, For Against carved out a unique sound, melancholic, atmospheric, and deeply introspective. Runnings' distinctive voice and songwriting made the band a cult favorite, influencing generations of musicians in the dream pop and post-punk revival scenes. Despite never reaching mainstream success, Runnings remained a respected and beloved figure in underground music, continuing to record and perform for devoted fans worldwide. His death at 61, following a battle with cancer, is a great loss to the indie music community. His songs, filled with raw emotion and haunting melodies, will continue to resonate with listeners for years to come. Antoine Saad was a respected Lebanese politician who dedicated over a decade to public service. Serving as a member of parliament from 2005 to 2018, he was known for his unwavering commitment to governance, advocating for political reforms, economic stability, and national unity in Lebanon. Throughout his career, he worked to bridge political divides and bring constructive dialogue to the nation's legislative process. Beyond politics, Saad was deeply involved in civic and social initiatives, aiming to improve the lives of his constituents. His contributions to Lebanese political life will be remembered as a part of the country's ongoing history. Sunil Sitpal Sangwan was a veteran politician who served multiple terms as a member of the Legislative Assembly in Haryana, India, representing his constituents from 1996 to 2001, and again from 2009 to 2014. He was re-elected in 2024, demonstrating his enduring popularity and commitment to public service. Throughout his tenure, he championed policies focused on rural development, infrastructure growth, and agricultural welfare, key issues in the region. Sangwan's passing due to liver cancer is a significant loss for Haryana's political landscape. His legacy of leadership and advocacy will be remembered by those he served. Frank Saucier was a unique figure in Major League Baseball history, known for his brief but memorable stint with the St. Louis Browns in 1951. Despite his short time in the major leagues, Saucier was a legendary hitter in the minor leagues, boasting a remarkable batting average. He is perhaps best remembered for an unusual moment in baseball history. He was replaced by the only one-arm player to ever bat in an MLB game, Pete Gray. His contributions to the sport, as both a talented player and a symbol of baseball's rich history, are cherished by fans of the game. Living to 98, he remained a beloved figure in the baseball community. Padmakar Shivalkar was a legendary left-arm spinner who dominated Indian domestic cricket for decades, representing Bombay in the Ranji Trophy. Shivalkar was widely regarded as one of the finest bowlers of his era, though he never played international cricket for India due to the presence of other top spinners. His remarkable performances in domestic tournaments made him a revered name in Indian cricket. His contributions to Mumbai cricket and his influence on generations of bowlers will be remembered long after his passing. His skill, precision, and dedication to the sport solidified his place in cricketing history. Felicia Tilly-Moldovan was one of Romania's most accomplished javelin throwers, representing her country in 4 consecutive Olympic Games. With an athletic career spanning decades, she competed at the highest levels of international sports, earning medals in European championships and consistently ranking among the world's top throwers. Her dedication to the sport and her resilience in training made her an inspiration to young athletes in Romania and beyond. Her passing at 57 is a great loss to the athletic community, but her achievements will live on in the history of Romanian sports. Wu Chiawei was a distinguished physicist and a visionary academic administrator who played a crucial role in advancing higher education in Hong Kong. As the founding president of the Hong Kong University of Science and Technology, CUST, from 1991 to 2001, he transformed the institution into a globally respected university, fostering innovation, research, and academic excellence. Before that, he served as president of San Francisco State University, 1983 to 1988, where he was recognized for his leadership in higher education. His contributions to science and education laid the foundation for future generations of students and researchers. His legacy as an academic pioneer will continue to shape the intellectual landscape of Hong Kong and beyond. Today, we remember these extraordinary individuals, artists, politicians, and visionaries, who each left an indelible mark on their industries. Their lives remind us of the power of passion, dedication, and creativity. Though they are no longer with us, their legacies will live on to their art, their leadership, and the stories they leave behind. Thank you for joining us as we honor their memory.